It's March 28th. It's 1:37. This watch hasn't got a radio signal, hasn't updated. Oh, I've been at my desk for the good part of 4 hours, out with a half an hour run. I've missed a few things, but my focus is good, I believe, despite this. Well, it's not that good actually, but I'm not discouraged. I'm going to keep this, I'm going to escalate my level of focus and stay here till market closes. I can show you what I missed. For example, from a day low, if you take a trend line off that peak to connect the second peak, I look for support at the third test, which has predictive value and RSI divergence in the lower time frame. So in the 5-minute chart, let's say we touch that level and there's no signal, you got to go to the 1-minute chart. I can make this perfectly clear with the S&P cash. Look, morning low, second point here. It's you know, I'm calling that all the second point. So third test there, and there's no signal in RSI. But look at the 1-minute chart. Here is that third test of that same trend line. Look at the divergence of lower lows in price and RSI is going up. And there's a signal that I missed here. This was on the 48-hour 50% fib level, and we have a minus 9% RSI. That's when I joined the market, those marks there. And you can see that we rally some 4 handles. And the same 4, and this is all about key levels and the anticipation of the market agents when we hit those levels. It's not random, the markets are structure. You just got to understand where the structure could be and have a theory on how the market might behave. And then if you have a signal that gives you predictive value, then you have a reason to trade. It's not rocket science. So here's yesterday, the 1-hour chart for euro dollar. Look, 1, 2, 3. We haven't chopped through it here. But look at the fourth test. So we'll drop down to the 5-minute chart. And in the 5-minute chart, we have RSI flat. So I know that these red marks are the higher highs in price, but RSI stayed flat between here and there. This is how RSI should have looked if momentum was still climbing. So we'll actually delete those false marks that I added so you can see the true picture. And then I got to open up my chart. So I'll reshrink the indicator so you can see higher highs, and we're dead on that level that I showed you here that's been hit 4 times in the past 48 hours. Now, there's no signal in RSI, it's weak because RSI is flat, as you know. But if we drop down to the inferior time frame, the 1-minute chart, look, here's that same level. Look, higher highs in price going up, and look at RSI going down. It's down 14%. So I joined the market here at this vertical line, and I lost track of that level, and we come off some, I don't know, 40 ticks. From 30 ticks. Between here and here is 30 ticks. And on one contract, that's 30 times $12.50 US. So like say $400 you could have taken of that. But look, we're in our range. Look, double bottom, it's naked, bullish divergence. We're up here, price going up, RSI going up, there's no signal there. We come back down to the pivot in the spot, little bullish divergence. We're up to the R1 again, little bearish divergence. So you can see some nice momentum changes here as the market oscillates between those psychological levels. So this is the kind of stuff I'm trying to spot. It just takes relentless focus and then a lot of balls to sell into the strength or buy into the weakness. So 6-7 more hours at my desk, but between 5 and 6, which is the US lunch hour, I'm going to go for a swim and a run so that I'm sharp for the last 3 hours. And I gave up watching the S&P yesterday, and I can show you what I missed in the evening. So we'll go back and I'll show you that. We can't go back for some reason. My chart isn't rendering. But here, I can show you there's a little naked double top. You can see price is flat. And you can see that RSI has dropped. This peak is lower than the first peak. And in the 1-minute chart, there was a huge divergence. It was actually 14%. So if we go back, look, there's that double top in price, clear. Look at the big drop in RSI. You can see that RSI right there is on the 70% level, and right there it's down below it. So that I line up RSI readings with the price readings, and that's in my Facebook group that I made. It's called RSI Reversal Setups, so I don't spam too much the firm's webpage with my strategy ideas, because you don't need to see 100 examples of the same thing. It's just so slow to render because I'm using up all my bandwidth on my charting packages, I guess. But here it is here. So this was yesterday, the 1 minute chart. You can see that I call this a naked double top. It's intraday. Here's the resistance, and look, oh sorry, it's a 7.5% RSI bearish divergence to come off some 7 handles. So you need a strategy, you need a lot of focus, and you need all the discipline. The discipline is not over trading, not dwelling on your mistakes, not kind of getting discouraged, not doing boredom trades. It's all about controlling your mind. It's got nothing to do with numbers or maths. But that's also out with understanding the economic and the fundamental news and how the two interact. That also confuses the picture. It's just not an easy thing to do. And I've been 1,226 days to become consistent, and I'm not yet. And I'm still underwater with a negative equity curve.